Welcome to Histology. In the twilight of prehistory, when the line between gods, demons, and visitors from the stars was uncertain, two distant civilizations, held together by enduring myths, spoke of beings beyond our world. In Sumer, they were the Anunnaki, celestial architects who shaped humanity and governed from the heavens. In India, they were the Asuras, ancient powers of tremendous might, locked in endless conflict with the Devas, the protectors of cosmic order. But what if these two accounts, these two cultures, were speaking of the same entities under different names? The Sumerian tablets, many over 5,000 years old, describe the Anunnaki as sky beings who descended to earth. Their arrival was announced by thunder and bright light. They came not only as guests, but also as rulers, researchers, and genetic pioneers. In the Enuma Elish, the great Babylonian creation story, we learn that the Anunnaki shaped the first humans, blending their own divine essence with earthly clay. It is said that humanity was made to work for these beings, mining gold, building cities, and following the will of their otherworldly overlords. Meanwhile, in the ancient land of Bharat, the Rigveda and the Puranas tell of another race, the Asuras. Neither fully divine nor mortal, the Asuras were known for their vast intelligence, technological skill, and spiritual ambition. They created weapons mighty enough to crumble mountains, constructed soaring palaces called Vimanas, and sought secret knowledge hidden in the cosmos. Like the Anunnaki, they were not merely of this earth, but cosmic figures linked to realms beyond human understanding. In the Rigveda, we encounter Vritra, a powerful Asura who blocked the cosmic rivers, a being so immense that only Indra could defeat him. Yet the texts do not paint all Asuras as evil. Leaders like Prahlada and Bali were wise and fair, challenging the Devas not from spite, but from the idea that they too had a right to rule over creation. This dual nature of cosmic beings, who could be both creators and oppressors, parallels the core of the Anunnaki legend. In the Atrahasis epic, one of the oldest flood myths from Sumer, we see that the Anunnaki themselves were divided. Enki, the clever and defiant scientist, wanted to raise humanity, granting them knowledge hidden by the higher gods. Enlil, the strict and commanding master, aimed to keep humanity in bondage, worried about their growing capabilities. This inner conflict among the Anunnaki reflects the ancient clashes between the Asuras and the Devas. These struggles raged not only across the skies, but also in the spirits of these cosmic entities. Could the Asuras and the Anunnaki be two versions of the same forgotten tale? Could the ones who arrived in the Fertile Crescent with shining vessels and divine power be the same beings remembered on India's plains? They erected flying strongholds, wielded weapons that could bend reality, and ruled early humans as both guides and tyrants. The Mahabharata, over 5,000 years old, speaks of the Danavas, a branch of Asuras born from the first waters. Far from being simple demons, these Danavas were scientists, city builders of gold, and masters of weapons powered by cosmic forces. In the Sumerian kings list, we see a similar theme: rulers who descended from the skies, reigning for thousands of years before human monarchs existed. Could these long-lived figures be the same Asuras remembered in India? The Ramayana describes Ravana, the 10-headed sovereign of Lanka, as a master of earthly knowledge as well as flight, genetic alteration, and travel between dimensions. In the Lost Book of Enki, a debated text linked to the Anunnaki, we read of beings who experimented with hybrid creations, neither entirely human nor fully divine. Could the Anunnaki's genetic research be the same forbidden science pursued by Asuras like Shukracharya, the ancient sage who revived the dead and produced artificial forms called Marita Sanjivani? Even Vimanas from Indian lore resemble the sky chariots of the Anunnaki. The Vaimanika Shastra, an enigmatic manuscript on ancient flying machines, speaks of craft driven by Mercury vortices, able to traverse planets. The Sumerians too wrote about the Anunnaki's sky ships, which arrived like blazing lights and could move between Earth and the heavens. Is it possible these marvels, separated by language and region, sprang from the same old source, knowledge given or perhaps seized from cosmic visitors? Both the Asuras and the Anunnaki were engrossed in gold, a metal prized not just for riches, but for its special conductive traits. The Sumerians said the Anunnaki needed gold to mend their atmosphere, a tale that seems purely mythical until we noticed that modern experts study gold nanoparticles for atmospheric fixes. In Hindu scriptures, gold is the god's metal, used in rituals to draw upon sacred energies. Could this ancient fixation on gold hint that these beings, whether Asuras or Anunnaki, were not just legends, but remnants of an advanced civilization? Their origins also share remarkable parallels. The Sumerians believed the Anunnaki came from Nibiru, a planet on a large elliptical path that sometimes neared Earth. The Puranas say the Asuras came from Patala, a hidden realm brimming with golden and crystalline cities, linked to Earth by secret tunnels and gates. Might these realms be more than myth, perhaps far-off planets or dimensions open only to those with the right technology? The godly wars in both Sumer and early India described terrifying weapons. Fire rained from the sky, cities vanished in an instant, and the earth shook from heavenly battles. In the Mahabharata, the Brahmastra is said to be able to wipe out entire populations, very much like the weapons used by the Anunnaki, who fought among themselves and against human cities that dared to oppose them. As we unravel layers of myth, history, and taboo archaeology, a startling notion arises. Perhaps the Asuras and the Anunnaki were the same entities, recalled differently by two great civilizations. One called them gods, the other called them demons. Yet both agreed on this. They came from the stars, and their influence shaped the path of humanity. Could the stories of the Asuras and the Anunnaki be echoes of a lost chapter, a time before humans recorded history, when cosmic powers battled over our world? Might the ancient Indian writings and the Sumerian tablets open a window into a reality more startling than we ever imagined? The answer, it seems, has been in front of us, murmured down through the ages, awaiting those bold enough to uncover the truth. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.